All right. Hello. Welcome back, everybody, to the Slice of Shonen Podcast. I am your host on the boat, Sailor, man. And this week, although it's not a full pod, we still got a lot of stuff to talk about. I see some chatters in the shot talking about we're late. I think we're on time. What do you think, fellas? You guys think we're on time?
Perfectly on
No.
time.
Yeah.
We're always on time.
Well, I never looked at the clock, so I don't know.
Well, let's put it like this. We're never late. We're just always extremely early for next week.
That is so real, bro. We've been into the future. Yeah. But welcome, of course. Welcome. Whether you're watching this live or after the fact, we appreciate you joining us today. Of course, as you could hear, obviously, I'm not by myself. I have my Ensemble of Excellence here with me. So let me run down the lineup. We have the Cookin' Taco. We have the Adam, aka Jigga, whose channel is linked down below. Make sure you guys go check that out. Subscribe. Tell all your friends about it. Tell them to do the same. Don't piss me off. We have the Ty. We have the Silver. We have the me. Hey, how's it going? And of course, the Zenith Annie Manga, whose channel and Patreon are linked down below in the description. Make sure you guys go check those out. Support those if you can. I mean, support the Patreon if you can. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's free. It was easy, right? Very simple. I know you just did that right now, as I told you. Zenith also just dropped a very good video. Very, very good. On Kagurabachi. Very, very nice. Which you should totally check out. Not only because it's a good video, but because it is official, ladies and gentlemen. The polls have ended. The results are in. We've seen the whole feedback. We are officially adding a Kagurabachi section to the podcast. We would do like little one-offs where we would talk about it, and we'd talk about it briefly other times. But this week, it is the start. We have added Kagurabachi to the lineup. We'll add it to the banner that you guys are seeing right now. At some point, it's whenever we get to it, really. But hey, as of right now, yeah, whenever Zenith gets to it, that's when we'll add it. But yeah, as of right now, Kagurabachi is officially here to stay on the Slice of Shonen podcast. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and hopefully you guys enjoy talking about that with us. But anyway, fellas, is there anything else you guys would like to say before I check out these comments? We get started.
No,
so real. True. All right, let me look through these comments, man. Let me look through these comments. We have Kaneki saying, "How's everybody doing?" I hate Zenith saying, "Late as usual." I blame Zenith. We were on time, bro. Damn.
You would.
Kaneki saying, "Got to host Demon Slayer D&D for the demon side. They taught me some. They caught me some bodies and ran into Zenith's NPC. Man really said, y'all can either inconvenience me or flee."
Yeah,
Zenith, that sounds like you. Yeah, that sounds just like you, bro.
It's like I was there, honestly.
Yeah, bro. Sage saying, "Hey, fellas." Hello, Sage. Adam, down there, you see his channel. Make sure you guys go check that out. Subscribe. Tell all your friends about it, man. Don't piss me off. It's easier than ever. Kaneki then saying, "The demons, don't you mean fight?" Zenith, you said, "I know what I said." You were cold, bro. You were very cold. As the chat shrunk down in fear, the Ensemble of Excellent lateness opened their domain. I mean, we're the Ensemble of Excellent on timeliness. You know, we're always on time. That's just how it is. Kagurabachi is so back. Kagurabachi made it. Yes, sir.
Kagurabachi. I fucked it up. Now I'm gonna die.
I was just gonna say Bachi Bros are back, but yeah, it's same thing. The malfunctioning timer as 0 to his fraudulent senpai. Stand proud, Zenith. You're washed. Damn. I
can't even argue right now. Like.
And then Taco just saying, "Hi, Sailor." Hello, Taco. How you doing, buddy? Well, Taco, I think that's actually a very good transition into our first topic. You're our One Piece connoisseur here on the podcast. So how about you kick us off? One Piece, chapter 1108. How you feeling about it, man? How you feeling?
What did you guys think of the color spread?
Blame
Arf,
me.
arf, 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 arf.
Um,
Arf.
Bro, Uta
I am
over Vivi is
perfect.
crazy. I'm
Xena,
You know what,
D.
Reese?
Well, I mean, hold on a second there. Let's not get too out of pocket.
I don't think it's
mean,
out of
What's up,
pocket.
Jigga?
That.
yeah,
What were
yeah,
gonna
you
say,
would,
Jigga?
Silver.
What do I have to think about?
Yeah,
for
what
sure
were you?
about
You
it?
sound like you say something. I'm really curious.
Shiggy was there, bro.
I think it's very colorful and stuff. I like it and everything. I would bring up the obvious thing that's within the color thread, but I think that's gonna get talked about by someone else eventually.
Hey, man.
Well, I wanted to ask Xena, do you support women?
yeah, bro, totally. What's up?
I was just asking, though.
I don't know, bro.
You seem to be a big fan of the color spread, so I'm just at,
Yeah, man. You know,
Hey, listen.
He advocated
big,
for
big
it.
fan of
Well,
women. You know.
I always remember.
women.
I always remember, and I could be fucking misquoting. Oh, I can't remember. Fuck. Never mind. I can't always remember. But it was a YouTuber, One Piece YouTuber. It was years ago when Oda did one of the color spreads, and it was like all the female characters, and it had Chopper in the middle with a shirt
Oh,
that
yeah.
said like
Yeah, the-
support girls.
Yes, poor
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah, and I forget who I was watching, but one of them was like, support girls, why? What did they do?
Damn, you were watching a Now You
That's
stream, bro. Holy fuck.
I just
Damn.
remember dying.
Talking about
Goddamn.
women's rights. Let's talk about the wrongs, head ass.
Yeah, I'm a real feminist. Let's talk about the wrong.
Hey, listen, man. The streets were fed this week. Best girl Boa looking oh so elegant, looking oh so good. Hey, that's all I needed to see. 10 out of 10 spread.
Corona's
Tashigi
not
being
on
nice
it,
is
so it's
cool.
mid as hell.
Damn.
Ah, shit.
I'm happy Tashigi gets some crumbs, man. I saw a lot of people talking about where's Vivi, where's another character. But yeah, I'm happy to get my sword geek crumbs every now and then. It's nice.
Bro, get that government dog out of here.
Whoa!
Which one? The
Hey,
one on
yo.
the floor, the couch, or behind them?
I was going to bring that up, bro. I like that there's like the two normal dogs and then that freak ass giant dog in the background. Like, who let him in the house, bro? Take the dude outside.
That's the big dog right
Hey,
Bro,
that
there.
is a
Good boy.
fancy place too. It is not. It's
Yeah,
gonna make
whose house is this, bro?
Wait,
Bro,
there's just
I wish it was
random
mine.
pictures of
Yeah.
dogs on the wall.
Mm. That's some real shit. That's some real shit.
I can't keep looking at this fucking color spread, bro.
Do you want to talk about
the? I'm
the?
like, wait, what the fuck? Why are there dog pictures on the wall?
Do you
Right,
want to
what
talk
now?
about the Yamato debacle on people asking where Yamato was? Jigga, I know you love Yamato, so like, how do you feel about Yamato not being on this spread?
I love the fact that all the characters' legs are really long, and I think that's
Mm.
really cool for One Piece characters. It's really nice.
Sailor,
Uh,
Yamato can't be on
Yeah.
this spread. Yamato's a guy.
Mm.
This is why, any female character that didn't make it on here is actually a guy. That's
Whoa, that's awesome.
Are you
hot
telling me?
take.
Are you telling me Zoro's a guy too? Come on now.
Nah, he's an
Honestly,
exception.
It's a really bold decision by Oda. I kind of respect it, to be honest.
Ayo.
That's
It's
a
a
really
bold
powerful
statement.
stance to take.
Shout
Yeah.
out Doll having a fat hammer on her, dude. That's awesome. I respect that.
Oh my god.
Is that not what we
You
were
know
talking
what?
about?
That's out of here.
Alright, I think we've sufficiently wasted enough time.
All right. Let's talk
Y'all
about the
wanna-
actual
wanna
chapter.
Talk about the chapter? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I
Oh.
guess
That
we
was
could do
mid,
that.
bro. We could just skip it.
Ah, okay, true.
Yeah, nothing really
MHA
happened.
chapter.
Whoa,
Well, I mean, if you
whoa,
look
we
at this
can't talk about
chapter,
mid.
nothing really happened. Like, it's some fighting
Was Zoro in it?
again.
Zoro piece?
You're right, Zoro wasn't in it, so I guess we can't skip.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Mm.
Do you guys think it'd been funny if, like, the very beginning, when it's like Caribou and he's like, "Please let me join."
Whoa, okay. All right.
Oh,
you didn't
okay,
have
oh,
to. You didn't have to
Uh-huh.
disrespect me, nigga. Damn. Like,
uh,
first time in like 6 months this happens and you do this shit to me. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Fuck, man, I didn't think you'd get back so early.
Yeah,
Ah,
thanks.
shit.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Anyway, what were you guys talking about before I briefly lagged out?
I don't know when we stopped exactly, but I was just saying, do you guys think it'd be funny if at the beginning, when Caribou's like begging to join Blackbeard's crew, if Van Augur just fucking shot him right in the head and killed him?
I would, yes.
It would
That'd have been
be a
a
lot
hell of
easier
a
for
fucking
everyone if he
setup.
did.
That would have been
What'd you say,
very
Silver?
fucking hilarious.
I didn't hear what you said, Silver. I was talking over you. I'm sorry.
No, you good. I'm just saying, like, it definitely would have been a lot easier for everyone if he did. But unfortunately,
Bro, you
they're gonna
don't-
be shit in the
You
future.
don't appreciate the Caribou agenda?
I'm just saying, like,
Caribou.
Not particularly.
Bro, nothing can happen to Caribou. That's Bart's endgame battle right there. bro.
Real talk. Yes, sir. That's
That's
the
what it's all leading up to. The
that's the
battle
real
of the
fight right
fanboys.
there. Yeah, the battle of the
Like,
Glazers.
Like Bart Simpson? Where the fuck you going?
No, the other part.
Bartholomew, bro.
But yeah, now that he is going to go back with the Blackbeard Pirates, it's kind of like we were talking about for last week's chapter. The Blackbeard Pirates are making crazy gains in this arc, dude. Holy fuck! Like like Egghead, it's so crazy. Like every time I'm like, yeah, this is about as crazy as it gets. More shit happens, and like, not to go too far ahead, obviously, but then we got the end of the chapter to talk about too. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, is this
Oh my
happening
God.
now? Like, this is insane. So yeah, like Egghead, each and every time I'm like, yeah, this lived up to the hype. It just continues to stack on more and more hype. It's incredible. I'm loving this.
I think this is just the best post time skip arc, and
I'm
it's
enjoying it
definitely
so
going to be
much.
one of the best arcs.
You
in
make
the entire
it
series.
makes a contender for best One Piece arc. Like,
I mean,
it's-
I would
Yeah,
definitely
it's-
say so.
Mhm.
Because, like, this is going to be either the arc that hammers in that we are in the end game. Like, if this if next chapter it goes through how it goes, we think it's going to go. Oh, I mean, I think that's just going to seal the deal.
Yeah.
The only like one thing I've noticed recently, because here's the thing, I am guilty of this. I live and die by the agenda, but
Let's
I do
go.
it for fun. I think the agenda piece is fun, but also my brain's not rotted enough that I can't enjoy One Piece just like when it's good, because that's like the
Oh, well, of
unfortunate
course.
thing is like a lot of people like they're so focused on agendas that they can't like. To me, the ending of this chapter is one of the most insane cliffhangers in the entire series. I
Oh, yeah.
cannot wait to hear what Vegapunk is going to say.
Yeah.
Like-
no.
Because I think it's going to be really fucking big deal, whatever he does say. But so many people are just like, oh my god, Sanji got kicked. It's like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
And
man,
that's
he
what
did get
Uh-huh.
kicked. I know.
The one
Right
panel
now
out
that
of like
happens.
15 pages.
That's I've seen a bunch of that and a bunch of Kizaru being like, he cauterized the wound so Vegapunk doesn't die. It's like, I think he's cooked, guys. Because he
Yeah, no,
stabbed
I
him in
think
the same spot where
is
Saturn
dead.
stabbed him.
Bro,
yeah.
don't you know Ace's wound was just getting cauterized? Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Cauterized
It
in
was
lava.
insane because like you have Saturn like stab him and it's like, ah, damn, that really hurt. And then Kizaru pulls up with an even fatter laser sword, stabs him in the same spot, and people are like, yo, he's fixing him. He's healing him, dude.
Oh, that's my guy. That's like,
Yo.
Go.
No, a sword of light can actually heal you?
Bro, he's actually like healing him. That's insane. I mean, like, I don't think that well, I shouldn't say I don't think, because I do think Vegapunk is gonna die. You know, the agenda has to be pushed, death to all Vegapunks. But like people have brought up that Egghead has like a bunch of medical stuff on it, so they could patch Vegapunk up that way. And sure, maybe it could be a situation of just like, oh, well, thank God Kizaru blew your back out because now we can get in and really fix up your organs, and, you know, stuff like that. But I don't think at the end of the day, Kizaru was like, I'm going to stab this nigga so hard and I'm going to make it so easy for them to heal him. Oh, dude, it's going to be so great. Like, I think Kizaru was going for the kill there.
The problem with all of that is it assumes that if Oda wanted a character to live, he would go out of his way to really justify it. Like come on. People just live sometimes. I remember Skypiea and all those people that just got shocked to death and they were just okay. Like, they were just fine.
No, I
Hey.
remember Pound.
Like
that's for
he
sure.
ain't
The Will of
he ain't
Peace.
gotta
Bro,
justify
their hearts
shit if
were
he doesn't
restarted.
want to.
Bro, their
Yeah.
hearts were electrocuted and they got stronger, so they didn't die.
Damn.
When Pell point
That was their
blank,
Zenkai boost.
Yeah,
when
there's
Pell
nothing to
point
justify
blank
that.
got blown up by a bomb that was meant to blow up an entire fucking town, and just was like, yeah, nah, I'm chill. Like,
What do you mean, bro? He was
Not
bandaged,
even-
He was bandaged, bro. He got hurt.
Not even like a town. It was meant to just blow up the country of Alabasta. And he's like, nah, I'd live.
Nah, I can take that, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking
Oh,
insane.
It's actually kind of the entire Vegapunk setup's kind of ingenious on Oda's part, because Oda's notoriously bad at killing off characters, but he can now kill off Vegapunk without actually killing him off.
Yeah.
That's
Because,
true.
like,
You killed
Yeah,
him like
like
5
30
times.
other niggas. Yeah.
Technically, as long as like one of them survives, Vegapunk is still alive. Because while they do embody different traits of his, personality, they are all still Vegapunk, and they all still contain all the information that Vegapunk has. They share a brain, they share a mind. So it's like, if Lilith is the only one that escapes alive, Vegapunk is still alive.
Mhm.
So it's like, unless that's proven to be wrong later. I mean,
Hey,
Oda
listen.
could just change the rules at any point, but
Listen, if Lilith got a fatty like she do in the anime, maybe she's not so bad to keep around. Maybe it's not so bad. I'll reconsider my complaints.
You're a
But
very simple man, Sailor.
I'm very simple, correct?
I respect it, bro.
Yeah, keep things nice and easy. Don't overcomplicate things. But yeah, the rest of them they can go. I don't care about the rest of them.
Another thing I wanted to talk about that like weirdly caught my attention. I don't think a single other person reading this chapter even thought about this, but I thought it was fucking hilarious. Vice Admiral Tosa, who's the big guy that tried to kill Bonnie and Frankie, he uses his special technique, Tosa Bite, which he coats both of his hands with armament hockey, and then it's a 10-finger pistol attack.
Yeah.
So he was going to shove both of his hands into their fucking bodies and kill them with it. Is that not insane?
That's
That man
fucking
was
crazy.
He was tapping into 1/10 of the power of a crackhead. Like, he was gonna fucking finger them to death, bro. That's
Yeah.
wild. Bro,
Wait.
literally
Hold
what he
on.
was about to do.
What's up?
There were other vice admirals in here. I'm sorry. It's just like I saw Adult all was in this chapter, and it's like I kind of forgot about all the other ones.
Bro forgot about everything, bro.
That's true.
This and Hound, bro.
Timmy Tensions wasn't in here as well, so I wasn't paying attention.
Whoa, not too much on the real Red King. Hey, you got Shanks walking around with that title. Let me tell you about
You
the
just
real
did
Red
Vice
King.
He has that
Admiral
title?
Doberman?
I think you guys are really underestimating Vice Admiral Guillotine. I mean, come on.
Hey, don't sleep on my nigga Pomsky neither. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Guys, Bluegrass is right there.
Yeah, personally, I'm more of a Bluegrass fan, but
Hey, Pomsky's my guy, bro. Look at his shades. Look at his scar. Damn.
Where's the dude that is supposed to be based off of a fucking Godzilla enemy with his 40 fucking chins?
Whoa,
Red
not too
King.
much on Red King. Whoa.
Red King? Yeah, where's he? Where's he at?
Bro, he's
Bro,
putting
he
in
died
work.
on screen.
No, not
No.
my goat. Not my goat.
he's fighting
just
the
died,
passive pieces, bro.
Yeah.
All by
you-
himself? What a baller.
Nah, he just died. Too many Wendy's.
Wow.
bro just went into cardiac arrest halfway through.
Bro, each chin spiked his fucking cholesterol. Bro.
Damn.
I don't know if
God
anybody
damn, bro.
I don't know if anybody else can agree with this, but on page 10, like the very top of the page, does it look like an unfinished spread? Like you kind of see the
So, like, very top. Yeah, I see
yeah,
what
the
you
very yeah,
Mhm.
like there's this like very
mean.
small
weird
point.
line.
Oh,
the
yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I notice mangaka do this. I
Well-
don't know why, but
Well, I know
Yeah.
that because that's something I noticed with One Piece is like there'll be those. It's like supposed to indicate a transition, but usually there'll be like these effect lines. But this is too small for me to see any effect lines.
Yeah, it's
And-
really it's the same
guess they're
part.
there.
Like it's literally the same part of Vice Admiral Urban's panel, just cut. I don't know why he did that.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Oh well.
Mhm.
Well, I guess it's
Also, another thing.
General, actually,
looking
wait, no,
at-
no, no. I know what that is. That's a transition thing. That's a technique
It
that
is-
manga do to like
is a
transition to another
transition?
location.
Yeah.
I knew that, but like usually there are like little lines in there that'll.
Oh,
At least
that's
for
what
One
you
Piece.
mean. It's not always like that. I think that's a stylistic choice.
It like it will.
Oh well.
It kind of depicts movement in a way as it transitions. Like if
Okay.
you, in the very same page, if you look down, there's a seems
Yeah.
to be one of those small ones, and it has like these little lines at the top. I don't know. It kind of feels more transition like. Oh, I guess. Never mind. I guess the one that I'm talking about does have lines. It was just hard to see. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
They're
Shut
just
up.
in the corner. Okay. All right.
We never talked about
Don't
this.
worry, bro. I know.
Bro, Taylor, cut that out. Cut that all out.
Yeah, man. Sure. Actually, I won't because you shit talked my
You
internet.
know what?
Die.
Yeah, don't cut it out. Instead, double it. Just play it again.
Gotcha.
Bro,
I
I'll play it for the next person.
information overload, bro. Just fucking talk as much as
Birdie,
possible.
let it
Everyone will
swim.
just forget what you said.
Yeah.
And
I really fuck
this-
with the bubble shield that the fucking Kuma thing did in this chapter. I forgot all about him, so when he pulled that out, I was like, "Oh fuck, that's so
Well,
cool."
I remember because I tweeted at Morge. He never responded, but I tweeted at Morge. I was like, Morge, how'd you feel about Frankie getting the bubble shield? Because the bubble shield's really sick. Because not only is it like indestructible, at least what they say, it can like block cannons and stuff. It contains the power of the sea, so it acts as sea prism stone as well, so it can cancel out Delphoid abilities.
Yeah. That
It's
shit
really
is
cool,
raw,
and it
dude.
would make perfect sense for like Frankie to get that. I think that'd be a really good because people always say like, "Oh, Frankie." It makes no sense that Frankie doesn't have like armament hockey. And it's like, sure, I think Frankie could have armament hockey, but if he gets that shield, I think it being a scientific like upgrade matches Frankie as a character more, and it literally does what armament hockey does. Like it counters Delphoid.
Hell, it's
Yeah.
better in that way.
Yeah, so it's like
It's really
yeah,
good,
'cause
yeah.
it doesn't have the same stamina drain. So it's I would actually really like it if he got the bubble shield. I think that'd be really cool. And it's kind of in line with him because a lot of his like upgrades are pacifista abilities, like the laser and stuff. So
Mhm.
I think that'd be cool.
It's also very fitting for a lot of his fights because a lot of his fights are about just like that sort of. His fights are all like willpower fights, like just endurance matches, and
Big meaty
that's
men slapping meat.
that's going to be harder to do once you have like crazier devil fruit abilities in the series for him to fight. So him having that makes it so his fights are going to be all just brute force, which is going to be like, just his brute strength and abilities versus hockey. Instead of him
Mhm.
having to deal with all this crazy devil fruit stuff that doesn't really fit his fighting style.
Yeah.
I
Real
love in the
talk.
same panel or page where it is the bubble shields. The Marines were like, "So why the fuck did we fund this, bro? If it's gonna be used against us?"
This is what our taxpayer dollars went to, man. This is bullshit.
Like, what the hell? Why do we have to fight this?
Yeah. I also like Hound being just like, hey, maybe we should like pull back, strategize a little bit. Then we could continue the Buster Call, like try to keep things going nice and organized because everyone's just all over the place. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. So it was nice to see that. And then the rest of the Marines are like, nah, bro, we got this. We're
No,
going
bro,
in.
hold the line.
We're going in, man. And then of course Tosa comes in, does his thing, and then the Giants get reintroduced again.
Woo!
So cute seeing the panel of the Giant just holding Bonnie and smiling at her. So adorable, man. Oh my gosh, this is too wholesome. It's so cool seeing these guys again and like seeing them help out the Straw Hats. I've been seeing some discussion around the idea of just like the mission is still like escape rather than fight off the Buster Call, or like fight off Kizaru and Saturn. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, especially with the end of the chapter. How do you guys feel about it? Do you think we're fighting them off or running?
I mean, okay, the Buster Call is one thing, and the Vice Admirals are another thing. But I still feel like when it comes to Kizaru and Saturn, especially if we're looking and it's still like endgame villains, because we've been discussing this, and like there is a severe lack of endgame villains. It's like I'm not sure if it's too early. You know?
Is there?
I feel like there's enough.
There is a shit ton of endgame villains. What?
There's literally enough to the
Like,
point
too
where
many.
people to this day still can't decide who Luffy's final villain's gonna be.
Oh.
It's 2024.
Well, then don't I feel like an
2025.
idiot?
Music.
Bro, this ain't Sukuna Peace. This is a real.
There's multiple villains.
Thank God.
Finally.
Praise Arceus.
Here's the thing, though. I do see where you're coming from, though, Silver. I do think. I think we're running. I think Luffy is staying behind to occupy, Saturn and Kizaru, and I think that's very purposeful because specifically the last time it's been paralleled multiple times with Sabaody. Luffy was too weak to protect his crew from Kizaru, from Kuma, from Sentomaru. They were too strong. So it's like now we're seeing Luffy as a Yonko step up and actually be capable of stalling these top tiers while his crew escapes.
Mhm.
I actually saw someone bring it up before. I really like it. The kind of Oda really likes painting Luffy as the underdog. That's why Luffy's so small and his villains are always so big. Like Luffy, Doflamingo, Katakuri, Kaido, they're always towering over him.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that now that Luffy has Gear 5, he can just grow at will.
Yeah.
Like his physical stature matches
The Giants.
his
Yeah.
ability. Yeah, like his he's no longer the underdog. He's an equal.
Yeah.
Like he can just hold them off. And I really like that. I think that's really cool.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's great.
So what I think is going to happen, because there's one, everything's wrapping up pretty nicely, because we got the Blackbeard Pirates, everyone's about to escape. The only thing that's kind of Oda hasn't played, like the only card Oda hasn't played yet, and I do think it will come into play, is I think Luffy's going to distract Kizaru and Saturn. I don't know if he's necessarily going to beat them like in a fight while everyone escapes, and then when it's time for Luffy to escape, I think Dory and Bragi are going to be there to help him, and I think the ancient giant robot will show up, and that'll be their like card to get out of there. Like, the ancient giant robot will show up and like take on Saturn and Kizaru.
Yeah,
while
like
they
hold
escape.
them off. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because if the ancient giant robot, assumedly it was activated because of Luffy. We don't know exactly, like it looked like it was because it hurt his heartbeat or whatever. We don't really know exactly how the fucking magic works.
Liberation.
It's science. It's magic science bullshit. But if it is the case that the ancient giant, it's a relic of the ancient kingdom, so it is connected to Joy Boy, and it's being powered by Luffy somehow, it should either take orders from him or just act on his behalf just automatically.
Right.
Like
yeah.
it'll be under his control, basically. So it should just help him when it shows up.
God damn, man. The Marines are getting reverse jumped, bro. This is insane. Like, you pull up, you're gonna blow up the island, take out the Straw Hats and Vegapunk. Then you just have a bunch of your Kuma pacifistas coming back, fucking you up. Then from the rear, the Giants pull up and beat your ass. Then you got a giant robot coming out. It's like, yo, what the fuck, dude?
Maybe
is
this really
insane.
is Sukuna Peace.
Yeah, bro. You just out here getting reverse jumped by everybody, and it's deserved too. It's awesome. Man, dude, that final spread, skipping ahead a little bit. God damn, that shit goes so crazy. I'm so excited to see what Luffy is gonna do, because he seems a lot more serious in this encounter than he has in the previous ones in Egghead so far.
There it is, internet. There's your Gear 5 series panel.
Yeah, there's
Shut
the
up.
serious panel. Yeah.
And also, another thing, it's still, I don't think it's, I don't remember. I don't think it's ever been confirmed by name what Saturn's devil fruit is. I think for a while we've just assumed that it's the Ushi Oni.
Yeah.
But after seeing his full, like, animal form, he's definitely just an Ushi Oni.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you look at, like, a picture of an Ushi Oni, it's just, that's what he is. And he has all the abilities and everything, so.
True.
It's not officially confirmed, but I think it's safe to say that it's just what it is.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that
I would say
SBS.
so, yes.
God, Saturn is going out so sad, bro. Holy fuck.
Well,
it's
I mean,
getting-
hold on, it's still early.
No, it is
Like
not.
I
Hey, Mark's almost over. The fuck?
It is not. Bro came down. He was like, "Ah, yes, Earth. I haven't been here in over 1,000 years," Ugh! And got punched in the face like 1 billion times, and then came out of the rubble. He got beat up again. Got his ID stolen. Now he's getting fucked up again.
I actually kind of like this. I like that assumedly the Gorsei aren't too powerful,
Yeah.
because I think that's a bit much. If all 5 of them were like as strong as Yonko or stronger than the Yonko, it's like
There
what
would
are we
be
doing
no
here?
balance of powers if that was the case.
Yeah, because I like it because to me now it's more believable that the Gorsei. Well, how do I describe this? We have so many characters on our side that are strong, and I was wondering who they would be matched up against at the end of the series. Because we have Sanji, we have Zoro, we have, by the end we'll have like Dragon, Sabo, etc. And I was trying to figure out like who these characters would fight because they're way too strong. Zoro and Sanji are going to be too strong to fight admirals by the end of the series. I think.
Oh, Admiral Agenda dead?
So I think it would be cool, like Zoro's battle being the Wano-looking Gorsei, Ethan.
Yeah, that's right. We have names for them.
His name is Ethan? Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, we've known this, bro.
Don't
I
don't
just
forget,
forgot-
Saturn's name is Saint Garcia.
I
Is
forgot their
Ethan-
names outside of Garcia.
It's like Ethan Nustro or something like that. I don't fucking
Yeah.
know.
Ethan is such a regular. That's like Mike Uchiha. What the fuck type name
Bro, you
is
didn't know
that?
Zoro's ultimate fucking villain was Ethan, bro?
Yeah, bro.
No.
There he is, the ultimate
Yeah, I just
protagonist.
remembered that night when we were talking, we agreed to just solely call him Ethan for the rest of the time.
Oh my
like
god, bro.
But yeah,
Like that
I like
one
it because
Cody
I
Ko
think
clip.
the Gorsei are powerful enough that they'll be good fights, but not just like
Like crazy
Broken.
overpowered. Yeah.
where all the characters need ass pulls to be able to beat them. It's like it'll be a bit more believable.
Yeah.
Oh, and-
Plus, it's
and
a.
don't forget the other.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Don't forget the other Gorsei, Mark.
Yeah, but Marcus,
Mm.
there's Marcus, Ethan,
Yeah, bro. Marky Mark.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Mm.
Jew Peter.
Jay.
True.
Yeah, Jay. There's Jay, Mark,
Peter.
Ethan, Peter. Who's the last one?
I feel
Is it Top
I don't
Man
know.
or something?
Top Man. Yeah, it is Top Man.
Top Man is
I
such
know
a
Peter.
sick
Or just
name.
Top.
Peter is still like a normal name, but it still sounds like more fitting, I guess, because like I consider like Saint Peter in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his
More-
name is
much more-
Jupiter.
Yeah, it's more divine.
Ah, planet. I also like planets.
Yeah, that's what they are.
True. 5
Guys,
stars.
I just realized.
They're elderly too.
Whoa. Except Top Man.
Old as fuck.
Not too much. But yeah, I agree. I mean, like the
Rest of the defense
Gorsei,
group.
the Saint Saturn already seemed very strong when he first appeared with like his fucking glance and you die bullshit. So it is really cool. Like it gets across that obviously he is still pretty top tier, but you got Luffy. You just gonna more than likely run him
Manhandle.
over. Yeah. So I'm looking
I mean,
forward to that. And
It also makes sense that like
Personally-
they
sorry.
wouldn't be all that strong because all they do is sit around. they don't fight. They literally just sit around. Do
They got the
nothing.
fucking calisthenics, bro. Not too much.
It's
They got
also valid.
they got that off-screen hockey, bro. We don't know.
Oh, you're sorry.
It's like-
Off-screen hockey, the most powerful form of hockey, bro.
brown hockey.
I mean, yeah, look at Blackbeard.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah,
like
man.
they're like the Jedi in the Phantom Menace, bro. You're like, oh man, they're so powerful. And the second one Sith shows up, it's like, ah shit, we fucked. So Jover.
It's fucking dunzo, bro. Yeah.
Qui-Gon didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, I think it makes sense too, because the first time we really saw the Gorosei, they were all together, you know, in front of Emu and stuff as well. And Sabo was like, what the fuck is this? So once you split one off from from the rest of them, it would make sense why they're a little less powerful in that regard. They don't have the fucking jump street power up, so you can just beat them that way.
Personally, I never really had an issue if like the Gorosei were like really powerful, because I mean we've always been heading in a direction where Luffy was going to just be stronger than a Yonko, like
Yeah.
because he has to surpass Roger, who was insane.
Ridiculous,
Like-
yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna catch a lot of argument for saying he was notably more powerful than like even Kaido. Like it's just another level.
Hey, bro.
Bro, the
I mean,
Mihawk
he-
fans are gonna come for you.
Bro, he snuck away from Big Mom, bro.
Bro, the only reason Mihawk's the strongest swordsman is Roger's dead.
Ah.
The
Damn.
biggest fraud of history versus the biggest fraud of today. You trying to bring JJK politics into fucking One Piece, bro?
Hey, bro, break week got us acting up, man. That's just how JJK is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't think it'd be too crazy if the Gorosei were really strong either, but I also have no problem like believing like, oh, okay, yeah, Luffy can just steamroll one.
Yeah,
just
I'm
because
fine
of what
either
talking
way.
about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends who like Oda wants to be like the big bad, the final fight, right? Because if it is meant to be Imu and the Goroseis, the final villains, it would make perfect sense for them to be like these uber powerful, really tough guys. It works
True.
for the story because
Mhm.
Luffy and his crew are gonna be really strong.
Bro, Usopp better be. You gotta take on Van Hugger. Holy fuck.
Yeah, he's got to step up. He's got to start doing some push-ups.
Yeah, bro. Elbath better have that nigga drinking some protein, eating his Wheaties, something, bro. God damn.
Do better.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Eating
I
egg
feel-
whites.
I'm still of the opinion we could maybe get a three-way war, or in the ending, and like maybe something like what we got in Marine 4. It's like because we've already established that Blackbeard is going to be making moves against the government at some point, and there's all this stuff, right? And especially if him getting in Garcia as powers or his form, whatever.
My thing with that is it's just like, yeah, Blackbeard's making moves, and those moves are moves that Luffy is always a step behind because he doesn't know what's going on ever.
Right.
So, if Blackbeard's making moves, it's going to be before Luffy's like a part of something like that, I feel.
Yeah, see my point exactly. So it's like I'm saying, like we could get a potential battle happening between the government and the Blackbeard pirates before that, and then we could get an event like Marine 4 where Luffy just ends up coming right in the middle of it. And so it could be like a Marine 4 or part 2.
Yeah. Save Sabo. Type shit. Shout out to Kaneki, donating the 5. Star Wars slander as I'm playing Jedi Survivor. He's not wrong though. Cal was hot shit till he ran into the 5th brother in the novels. Sounds like a fraud. But yeah.
I don't know anything about the novels, but yeah, the Jedi are absolute frauds.
I don't know anything
Obi-Wan,
about it, but
Anakin, there's
slander.
some good ones, but 90% of them are super frauds,
Damn. S tier fraudulence. Insane.
including Mace Windu. Don't even fight me, bro.
Okay.
Damn. Bro felt strongly about
Don't
it.
do, bro. Don't worry.
During Black History Month too. Damn. But yeah,
Bold
this
move.
is
Yeah, it works out for him.
yeah, this is a really good chapter, man. I like the little bit with Doll talking about Saul bars. It seems like we're
Tell him.
you know, they're kind of just reintroducing Saul. Maybe he's the man marked by flames. Maybe we'll figure that out when we get to Elbaf.
Bro, hot take. I think Doll should like quit being a manga character and just be my wife instead.
You are so real for that, bro. I respect that.
Hold up, man.
I'm too loyal for Perona. I can't move on.
I respect it.
Hey, man, you don't have to move on, but you can just respect another man's moves. I think that's I respect it, Taco. That's the W man's.
We'll be like that one dude who married Hatsune Miku.
Bro, he was real for that too. Got some good
he
money
did
coming
it.
on. Yeah, right? You can do it too, man. It's fine. But yeah, is there anything else you guys would like to say about this chapter before we move on?
No.
I
True.
think we covered all the bases.
All right, so moving on to our next one. It's My Hero Academia, chapter 415. Fellas, how are we feeling about this one? I'll read the some comments from chat after we talk about this, by the way.
Just
I opened the
like
chapter, got confused why I saw Suyu and Mineta. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Black
Bro,
Flash.
when
They
I
gave
was
me Albright.
when I read the leaks, or I guess the spoilers before, the TCB came out with the chapter, it was like we cut to Suyu and Mineta. I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. And then I read a bit further down. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, thank God. All right. Okay.
This was a really good chapter. It was short. Deku was giving him the fucking business, bro.
Oh yeah.
I
Bro.
love seeing Deku just punch the fuck out of him.
Yeah, man.
It's so satisfying every time.
I love that panel, page 2, where you just see the fist with all of the different powers in it. It was so cool. Of course, my glorious king, Shigaraki, such a hater, did not let that shit bother him, except for the 6th, which was really cool because so far in this battle, the 6th has been like apprehensive about stuff. He's been like very afraid. He's just like, oh man, I'm not that useful. And now he's kind of the one like leading the charge. He's the one who breaks through, sacrifices himself. That was really cool. I like that.
that's that the Deku effect. He got hyped up by him and he felt like, all right, I can do this.
It's like that one LeBron meme where it's just like, we need to fight now. It's like, shut the fuck up. Don't tell me what to do. And Deku's like, we need to save this child. Yes, sir. Glory to the Deku Republic. We're fucking
Glory
in
to
there,
your
man.
Hero Academia.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, in terms of art, this is one of the best chapters in the series. Like,
Bro, page 8 is one of my favorite pages in the entire series.
Dude, page
Oh,
3
big
goes
time.
dummy.
it's so good.
I
Page
love
8 is
that.
so
Fucking
sick.
rad.
Oh,
That was a
yeah.
thumbnail.
True, it was. Which, by the way, the art for that is linked down below. I forgot to mention that at the start of the podcast, but make sure you go check them out. Charlinlin0, Ox underscore whatever. I
So,
forget their name, but check 'em
What
out.
do you guys think the deal is with Eri?
I was gonna ask about that.
I'm
yeah.
not sure.
I am not sure what the plan is, because, I mean, I hope it ain't just, hey, man, here's your quirks back.
Oh God, please
No, don't say
No,
that.
I don't. I don't
Like,
think.
The first
I
thing I
hope not.
thought of, and I'm like, oh, please don't.
I don't think it would be
No.
that, but like the fact that it could is crazy. I
Reversing
didn't.
consequences. No.
I didn't even think about that, man. Fuck. Yeah, I was wondering what she could be doing too. One of the funny comments that I read under the TCB translations was like, bro, what if she's just like going to the bathroom? She just has to go. Let her be, man. Yeah. Let her fucking go to the bathroom,
Yeah, she
bro.
just needs adult supervision.
Yeah, damn. And I was like, you know what? Fair play. Because I was like, ectoplasm, if you don't fucking grab this child now, don't let them hurt themselves. But what if they're just running to the bathroom? They just
Well,
gotta go.
I'm curious why he's choosing to focus on her right now. If he even does, because we could open next chapter and it could just not be.
The horn is
About her
back, so
anymore.
she does have her
Yeah.
her power.
Because I always thought Eri was going to be really important, like at the end of the series, because of her ability and her connection with Deku and just everything about her. I always assumed Eri she would play some type of big role. And then we got the Eri like bullet thing with All for One. I was like, okay, that's it. Like that's what she did, right?
Mhm.
And that was important. That did matter quite a bit.
Overhaul one of the
So
goats.
I was like satisfied with that. I was like, all right, that's what Eri led up to. which was like a big moment. I mean, it's how All for One was defeated. It's, you know, Bakugo got his big moment, all that stuff. But now she's getting this like panel at the end, and I'm like, okay, what are we cooking here? Like, is this gonna be something, or is it just showing her watch Deku fight because she was like one of the first people besides like Kota that Deku like really saved and inspired? Like, what? I'm curious to see what direction this is gonna go in, or if she's actually gonna like do something.
I'm like, what? I'm just
What
weirded out
could
because
she
like,
do? Right?
yeah, because like, I'm sure like somebody out there will just be like, oh well, it could be like a parallel back to what Deku did in chapter 1, and like fair, but this is on a much crazier scale than the sludge villain.
Yeah.
So like I'm really hoping that she doesn't get involved in that way. If she just goes out to like already like finished battlefields, like for example, if she goes over to like where Bakugo and All Might is and like she helps them out, like okay. But if she's going over to where Deku is, first off, I don't know how you're getting there unless they bring the fight to you. And second, God, I don't want that. Please, Eri, stay safe.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what the play here is. I can't even make a guess.
Yeah. It's...
I'm trying to think because who needs rewinding right now that could be really helpful? That's the
Kuragiri.
No, I feel like that's gonna be resolved more emotionally, you know?
Okay.
I don't, because it's like, well, he can be useful if he's, you know, as long as he's Kuragiri. If you reverse him, he's suddenly not very useful.
That's what I was thinking. It's just like, how fast are those dudes' clouds?
It
Probably
could
not.
be,
Right.
it could be, Ed Shot, since he's like a little worm thing now.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
The Ed
fuck
Shot.
Ed Shot.
Yeah, the headshot agenda pulling through yet again.
Listen, man, I don't like it either. I'm just saying.
I didn't say I liked it.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah, because I thought it was gonna be a situation where she was gonna rewind Bakugo, because Bakugo got his power up before Edshot patched him up, so it would be a way to bring back Edshot and let Bakugo keep his powers. But now that
What?
Edshot is alive, I think it could be Edshot.
This is what I hope it is. And I don't know if I can properly put this into words because this is kind of off the top of my head. But I was just going back through, skimming through the chapter, and like the last thing we kind of see between Deku and Shigaraki is Deku seeing Shigaraki as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if he put Eri there at the end just to kind of remind us, or just kind of to parallel Eri with Shigaraki, because Eri's story, she was Shigaraki, but Deku saved her. That's the difference. Her quirk and the things that happened to her were so similar to like what happened with Shigaraki. I mean, she even killed her own parents, assumedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Because
killed her
no,
parents.
straight up.
Yeah, she straight up
It's
killed her
straight
parents.
up, he is Shigaraki, but she did not turn out like him because she was saved by a hero, that being Deku.
Yeah. Mm.
So I'm just wondering if he put that there just to kind of, just for the audience, and
But-
also just to kind of reinforce the idea that it's like Deku is not going to give up no matter what.
To further reinforce that, when we first get Shigaraki's backstory, we see him that Shigaraki got in trouble, and he was returned to his parents by some guy in a fucking hat and a coat, and it's like we don't know who that is.
Presumably.
Then we later see All for One show up to Dabi's,
his
him
place,
being
yeah.
burnt up.
Yeah.
And in that same sort of get up, and now that whole thing gets mentioned again, where we see in the flashback stuff in Shigaraki's memories, we see on page 7 presumably Tenko being walked back home by who we assume to be All for One. So
Mhm.
people have been focusing on that a lot lately, as like, okay, are we going to get confirmation that was All for One, and what is this going to mean for the story? Because a lot of people, it's been a theory for a long time that decay was given to him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that would be the moment doing it because like literally they're holding hands there. I mean, it's the best. Like I imagine physical contact is the. It doesn't matter really where. It's
That
just
would be
physical
so fucked up. I don't
That
know
would,
how I
no, that
feel
would be
about
so
that.
all for one.
Yeah,
Bro
I don't
planted
know.
a pipe bomb in that household.
Because I think that all makes perfect sense, and I kind of like it from the point of view that's like, yeah, all for one. Like everything that happened to Shigaraki is because all for one manipulated them his whole life, which is really sad. But also, I kind of like the idea that Shigaraki's quirk just mutated. Like it just randomly happened that way.
It
And
makes
it
the Eri
truly
connection
was.
stronger.
Well, I like that too, because then to me that makes it even stronger argument that he did that and then no one helped him. No one wanted to help him. And that was truly a failing of hero society. Instead of kind of all for one, kind of like manipulating all that into happening that way.
Yeah.
Very valid. Very valid.
I definitely don't want another case of, yep, everything that happened was all for one.
All
It's just
for
like,
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can never
cool.
get away with it. Hey, bro, just you wait. He's gonna be the one who makes quirks, and that's just what it's gonna be. But yeah, I'm really not sure what Eri could do. I'm just very terrified for her. Please don't hurt yourself. Please be okay. I mean, unless she can like rewind her injuries, but still, that does not mean I want you out there on the field. Please just chill.
Personally, I hope that I hope that it is just his quirk, and I think that works better for the story. I can also see it working either way. I'm not like too invested either way. I don't know what Eri's point is because it's like I get if it was just showing us her, and it's like, oh, remember Eri, and see the parallels. But she's like specifically running off. So
I mean, even I feel like just showing Eri is like a big deal because we know what her effect on the plot could be, which could be anything. So I feel like just showing Eri is like a really big deal, let alone her running back into action with her horn, confirming that she has her ability. I mean, it looks like she can control her powers based on what she did with Mirio. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck she's got cooking. I'm hoping she just is gonna heal up the heroes around the battlefield that are done their fights. Everything's all good, and she helps them out.
bro, get to Mirko.
That'd be nice.
Jesus.
Yeah, please get to Mirko. Holy fuck. Jeez, dude. Mirko is just a fucking nugget on the ground, dude. She has
She's
nothing.
just a head by this point.
Yeah. She's just nothing, bro. Fuck. Help her out. My girl needs it. But yeah. It was nice to see Hatsume back.
Yeah.
La Brava. Cool. I like seeing that.
Yes, La Brava, let's go!
Yeah, it was nice seeing them getting the crumbs. But yeah, overall, pretty good chapter. Pretty good chapter. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I love the Nomu art on page 3. I think I said it already, but just want to emphasize
God, it's so good.
Yeah.
Man, that shit's in HD now.
Yeah, man. It really gets across like why this was so fucking scary for them at the time, dude. Because damn,
that thing is
that shit is something out of a nightmare, man. Holy fuck. But yeah, overall, good chapter. W hater Shigaraki. I aspire to be like him. Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to say before I read these comments? We move on to the final chapter this week.
Yeah, no, nothing at the moment. I mean, it's great. I love the spread on pages 4 to 5. That's about it. Like it's that classic shonen shit where they're yelling each other's names. I love that shit.
Danger
Please,
Sense is breaking it up too. It's really cool.
Horikoshi, if my words could reach you, please fucking officially just change Deku's form name to Overdrive. It makes so much sense.
Overdrive!
He already, isn't that already
we-
like his thing with
Gear shift.
Gear shift? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
why. just do it again.
I just
This
thought
is
we agreed on
Overdrive too.
Carnage overlay.
Well, yeah. So for anyone who didn't see, the whole author comment for Horikoshi is that this form is I think he called it
It's
overlay.
Deku overlay.
But in
Yeah.
his Deku overlay, but in his head he just calls it Carnage.
Yeah, Carnage.
I would say
But,
with it
like-
being Black History Month, I'd just call it Deku Max Nigatry, but apparently Horikoshi's
Okay.
not a real one.
You know, you're right. He's not, which is why he can't do.
Unfortunately.
Damn, bro. But yeah, I forgot about the whole thing with Overdrive and Gear Shift. Hey, we don't have the quirk anymore, bro. We can just steal that shit.
about it.
Yeah, we ain't gotta worry about it. Yeah, we can just call this Overdrive.
Super Overdrive.
Yeah, super duper Overdrive. Hell yeah, man. Also, I'm wondering if we're gonna get like an update on Shigaraki like feeling the effects of Overdrive. I mean, maybe it's just
Yeah.
like the blow, like
Well,
initially that did damage.
I think. Well, okay. So when this was presented to us, the idea was either they're going to treat either the transfer is going to go through, and Shigaraki is going to take the quirk as well as the blowback of the quirk, or it's going to be kind of like throwing a meteor at Shigaraki, where it's like he's getting burnt up and he's just there to make an impact. So
Yeah,
I don't think it was what those were like the two theories about how this could work that the characters like.
Oh, I thought
posited.
the second user just said like you won't like he'll take the pain from you.
Well, that was the thing, is if the quirk is successfully transferred and he has the quirk, then the pain will be transferred as well. But I
Okay.
think because it's like I don't think he has the quirk. Like I think that was the other thing they mentioned could happen, is where it's like if you just fling us at him hard enough, we'll just be destroyed on impact.
That does make sense. Yeah, because I was thinking about that.
So-
I was like, man,
Yeah.
is he? Because like, is he gonna feel that blowback just because he's like a perfected Nomu with regen? Like, how would that affect him? But
Yeah.
at the end of the
I
day,
don't think
I
we're
guess it
gonna
doesn't
find
matter.
out.
Yeah.
I think it's just they're just shooting him at him. And
Yeah.
he's gonna
They're
get
just
hurt.
cramming this shit into his chest.
They're just quirk bullets.
Yeah, right. At this point, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. Hopefully, Ari will be okay. Let me look through some of these comments and then we can move on to the final chapter of the week. Let me see. I read through all these already. Reiju and Shiggy going crazy though. Very true. Very true. I hate Zenith saying, let's be honest, no one on this podcast supports women. Zenith, how do you feel about that, being accused as a misogynist? How do you feel?
Bro, go women. Love them.
Shouts out. Very true.
What then? What now, huh?
Yeah, gotcha
myth,
now.
myth busted. There's nothing else to say. Let me see. I hate Zenith. That is so true. Everyone on this podcast has Naoya as their favorite JJK character. Jigga, how do you feel about Naoya being your favorite JJK character?
He's definitely very fun to make fun of.
So he stands up there with Gojo and Toji for you personally.
When did Toji get up there?
What
What if
Bro.
Toji was on my top 10? That's right.
Naya wishes he was up next to Toji. Like,
That is so
Yeah, he
true.
literally does.
That's so true. Yeah, that's why I mentioned
It's
it,
literally
bro.
the whole plot.
Yeah, that's true. I'm glad you
whole
guys
point,
caught on. Mario saying I am eagerly awaiting my Reiju and Shiggy content. Hey, me too, man. I feel that. Alex saying I
You're
love
fucking
Uta
lucky.
on the cover. Very true to both of you guys. Let me see. If every female in the series are not on the color page are dudes, I gotta delete many files. Hey, true and true.
Nah, bro, stand by it.
Just stand on business, man. Hey, that's okay. That's how I know I'm in the presence of mere mortals. You're talking about paying taxes. Hey, man, we're just talking about what the Marines were talking about. The Marines were paying taxes. You know, we
Who the
don't.
fuck pays taxes anymore, bro?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. That
bro.
shit's overrated.
Yeah.
Let me see. I know Horikoshi is just hanging on by a thread. True. Bro, please take a break. Let me see. Just call it Deku Black. No, we already have an arc about that, bro. We can't do that.
Yeah, he's part of the Nebulous Four and stuff.
Mm. The dark, nefarious, nebulous four.
Thank you. I want to learn the full name.
Hey man, yeah, that's Deku for us though, man. But do we want to
Roll
talk
up in the
about?
black cloak.
You see me, I'm in a gold cloak. Yeah, do we want to talk about another member of the dark nebulous four in Kagurabachi?
The king of such, yes.
So fucking true. Okay, so final chapter of the podcast this week. Kagurabachi Chapter 22. How are we feeling about this one, guys?
was all right.
Surprisingly low-key chapter for once, you know? Not a lot of action. Some more just plot setup.
Yeah,
I really
sign up for the auction.
like it because I think this was a good setup chapter.
Yes.
I like the seed that's planting with Hiyuki because I feel like at this
Same.
point, yeah, Hiyuki's definitely gonna go against the feds and she's gonna help Chihiro. I
Hiyuki
don't
confirmed
know
she,
if
by the
they're
way.
just
We
gonna
know that
straight
now.
up be-
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just gonna be straight up buddy or anything by the end, but they're definitely gonna. She's gonna realize that like what the feds are doing is fucked.
I really hope that
And
she
she's
joins
just-
up.
Yeah, and she's gonna. I really like Hiyuki. I think she's really fun.
so
I think
much
she's a really
fun, man.
What's fun? I know I've been hearing this a little bit, but you know, the author of Kagurabachi has been a Batman fan,
True.
and I have been seeing some people make the comparison that Hiyuki is basically his Catwoman. That's gonna be the relationship there.
That
Okay.
is interesting because it's a role reversal. Because normally Catwoman's the
Mhm.
villain and Batman's the
Yeah.
hero, but in this instance, Chihiro's technically the criminal and she's the
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 law-abiding citizen.
yeah. I mean,
Bro,
Honestly,
she
I
even
kinda
got
see
that
it.
overpowered ass dragon bone that'll just fuck you up, and then she's gonna be like, "Now talk, bro." She's just like Batman.
I don't know if I'm not sure what his thoughts are on romance are. If he will
Yeah.
do romance, I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
he's really cares about it or if it's like something he'll focus on. But I actually do think that's not like a bad comparison. I definitely see the parallels there between that relationship.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there because I think that author comment is so funny. It was like, yeah, man. Sometimes I just imagine.
Bro, I'm
myself
down. I'll
the
ship him.
Dark Knight.
Bro,
Some real
I'm
shit.
down. I'm down to be a shipper, bro.
Some real shit.
man.
Some real shit. I also really like the stuff with Hiyuki because she mentions like, listen, we are trying to take down this auction, and you paying for the blade is just reinforcing it. It's validating it. Like, we can't fucking do this. And usually in a lot of other series, it's just like, hey, what's done is done, my nigga. Like, shit. But it's cool to see like other people in the government have the same thoughts as Hiyuki, and there's like an actual debate, and like people are talking about how to handle this situation. It's cool. It's like it's a small detail, but it provides like an extra bit of world building that I really like.
Hmm. Well, I really like it because she's like giving these arguments where it's like that's immoral. We shouldn't do that, and they're like, yeah, but it's easier.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
it's
that's
yeah,
simplifying it a little bit.
You're right.
Well,
it
it-
is easier.
the idea
It's so funny because like I never even considered it, but it's just
Yeah.
the most obvious solution.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're rich. We're the government. Let's
Yeah,
just
we're
buy it.
literally the government. Yeah.
No one's outbidding us. Like, let's just fucking get it.
Yeah, right. Hey.
I think it's interesting because me and Sky talked about this before, and we were discussing how the setup for this series is kind of interesting, and it doesn't feel like a setup that's meant to go on for a very, very long time.
Mhm.
Because there's however many swords. There's what, 7 swords total,
Yeah.
and 4 of them are already in possession of the government, which is like technically, I guess, a bad thing, but also it's like it's better than if they were just in the hands of criminals, at least from what we've seen so far from the government. I'm sure the government will probably end up being more antagonistic as the story goes on.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting that we have this conversation between the head of the Sazanami clan and assumedly one of the higher ranking members of the government. And he brings up the fact that he's like, you have the other 4 swords, right? I'm wondering if it'll be the case where they actually end up betraying the government and then stealing the other swords. And now
Oh, I think they will. Yeah.
it kind of puts those swords back out into... It puts them back into play, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which could then extend the length of the series a bit longer than what I was assuming it would be. So I'm curious to see. That's actually really smart that he did that, because if the manga didn't work out and it wasn't successful and it was canceled, he gave himself an avenue to quickly end it. Because most of the swords were already out of play. But since the manga is seemingly doing well, and if it continues to have success, he has that card that he could always play and just reintroduce them, and now it's boom, now he has multiple arcs worth of stuff to do.
Which would be
That is-
so
I'm wondering
cool.
I'm wondering if that's what he thought, or if it's just completely arbitrary. That that's just that's just how it was always going to be.
I wouldn't be
Well-
surprised if he did think it out. I mean, you gotta with the axe that is Shonen Jump.
You always got to be ready
Yeah.
to fucking
man.
write your last chapter.
Yeah. I also
I mean, I wish we could say that
yeah.
as a joke, but it really is sad that that's actually serious.
Yeah.
no, yeah, it's very serious.
Welcome to the business.
Yeah. I think that definitely could be the case of them betraying the government and taking the swords for themselves, because it's obvious, like, they only care about themselves. I mean, these niggas deal in human trafficking, so like all they care about is just themselves and the money that comes with it. So I can definitely see like a power balance change. I mean, we've already been hyped up on how big the what's the name, the Sazanami clan is. And like just how a bunch of people have been they've been trained to like give their lives for it and defend it. So I'm sure like the more we learn about the government, we could see some potential parallels to that as well. I'd have to go back and reread and really look through stuff to find that. But I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go for a power play like that at all. Especially with how, like, I don't want to say lightly the government is taking it, because you brought it up, Taco. Like, this is definitely the easiest way, even though it's obviously the most immoral, just like taking part in the auction and bidding for it. But the way that Hiyuki was talking about it, like, listen, like, we need to crush these guys. We need to get rid of this. They're obviously causing a lot of harm. And the government is more so like, well, you know, it may be a little bad for us, you know, think about it. We'll take some losses here and there, and that like apprehension could cost them a shit ton in the end if they do end up betraying them and stealing the swords. So yeah, it'll be really interesting if that happens.
Yeah, it's, man, Kagurabachi is so good.
It's yeah.
So good.
There's-
I love the setup. The way everything's kind of like falling and the pieces falling together. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
I like these different factions, and I really like Chihiro. Chihiro's so cool as a main character, man. Because he's just such a kind of like a... He's really interesting because he's a really good person. So it's like...
He's
morality... Morality, like, he's always going to do the right thing. He's always going to make the right decision. But his position in the world is that of a vigilante, which kind of makes him kind of like a cool wild card.
Yeah. It's a really interesting decision.
He's similar to
not
Batman.
Make him a part of any faction. He's yeah.
He's
thing.
very similar to Batman, which is funny because it's like Batman also kind of operates on that same
what if
wavelength.
Batman had a sword?
Yeah.
Where it's like Batman's, you know, he's a hero. He stops villains, but also Batman's not afraid to like
beat the fuck out of
he's
people
not afraid
his
to
own way.
fight
Yeah.
the cops. Like Batman will fight the police. He does it quite frequently. So it's like he's
That's
not
the best part about it.
necessarily. Yeah, he's a vigilante. So I like that Chihiro's also in that
That's the best part
kind
of
of
working with
middle
him.
position.
You get to square up with the police.
True, dude. True.
You go one-on-one with the feds.
How do
You're
you
damn
feel
right.
about Kagurabachi, Ty? I haven't actually spoken to you about it since you've caught up.
I like the character designs a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're really cool.
And I didn't think I was gonna like Chihiro that much, but I do.
Same here, honestly.
I feel like when there's a lot of like, with a lot of manga, anime shows in general, there's always gonna be like characters where the author desperately wants you to feel some way about them, and it's very common with the cool badass character. And it's like, in a lot of cases, I always feel like you're trying too hard to make me think this guy's cool and badass, and I just don't like him. And that's what I was afraid with Chihiro, but that is not what he is. He is actually a lot more than just that. Yeah.
I think I completely agree with you, because I definitely think early on it definitely teetered on that edge of
That
being
first
a
chapter
bit
came out and
too,
left an impression.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
being just a
Big
bit
time.
too edgy, just a bit too.
Waking up with fresh
Well,
hatred because of seeing a
I
scar.
think-
But I think
Yeah.
ever since
Oh yeah. That
Well,
line definitely had me a bit sketchy.
I
ever
think-
since
Mm.
the estate raid, when he pulled out that new fucking technique, that was the coldest fucking thing ever, dude.
Yeah.
It was
Fuck yeah.
so sick. Ever since then, I was just like full blown, like, yeah, Chihiro's fucking sick.
Well,
He
I
is
think
so
it's
cool.
so funny because we have that line in the first chapter where it's literally the last line. It's like, no matter what, I have to cut them down. It's like this edgy moment and everything. And then in the next chapter, you see that same moment, but from like the side.
The other guy's
and it's
perspective,
so-
yeah.
And it's so like unintimidating.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
like, oh, this is a comedy manga.
it's like, oh, okay, edgelord, cool. Yeah, I also like that, and the inclusion of Char. I think I brought it up before when we talked about this, but the inclusion of Char is such an amazing one, man, because it really shows a different side of Chihiro. It really just makes him feel like a really good big brother. Even in this chapter where like Char just comes out, she's so happy to see him. He's like, hey, thanks, I appreciate it, but like, can you help out my friend real quick? It's very sweet, man. Like him just the one page of him just like in the estate raid, and he has the burger and he hands it to her, and she's just like crying, asking what took him so long. Oh, my fucking heart, bro. I love their interactions, as well as the interactions with the rest of his camp. They're just all very fun and provide new stuff for Chihiro to do other than just brood.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Chihiro
is.
as a character is extremely cool.
Yeah.
But if that's all he was, he'd get boring pretty quickly.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's like
But because he has these bonds, and he's continuously getting new ones, because I think Hiyuki will become a friend/partner, even if unwilling at first.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of like rivalry they have. And then the Sazanami, I can't remember his name, but that new kid
I
who
think
was
it's like
inspired by
Haruki,
him.
I think his name.
Yeah.
Or Mari. I don't remember. I think it's in
And
this
then
chapter.
Char, it's like keeping Chihiro. It's so funny. I'm making the Batman comparison again, but it's like Batman with the Bat Family, where it's like they kind of level him out. It's
Mhm.
good that he has these like bonds, because otherwise you run the risk of him just being
Just edgy.
just too edgy, too
Yeah.
lonely. Not like lonely in
Yeah.
the sense that he's lonely, but like as a character, like he doesn't have enough to really connect you with him.
I think it's also really good, speaking of his connections, to bring up the one with Sojo. Because again, I remember bringing it up the last time we talked about it. I feel like in a lot of other series, Chihiro would just be like, I'm right. And the story would go, yep, that's true. And then he would just
So
beat
real.
Oh,
Sojo.
true.
Yeah, he would just beat Sojo.
So true, bestie.
Yeah, but like having Chihiro and Sojo both grow and learn to accept each other's like mindsets, especially Chihiro, like him figuring out that his interpretation isn't the only one, it's not the correct one. Again, death of the author, so fucking cool. Just having that and having him think about that, having that carry with him for even chapters after that fight happened, it's so cool. It provides more introspective on Chihiro and lets us like sympathize with him and his efforts so much more, rather than it just being like cool anime moment number 5 billion where it's just like, yeah, you bitch, die, and he beats him, and then we never think about him again. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Kagurabachi, very good. Who would have thought, man? Very, very good.
Kagurabachi?
Yeah.
Not Japan, that's what.
Oh, worm?
Hey, man.
Oh, yeah.
This shit's really good. I also love the end of the chapter too, where the head just walks into the room and you just see Chihiro in the chair with the sword on the floor, just like, yeah, bro, you know what it is. Come on. Come on, man. Listen, we can take you to Jump Street if you want, but we just want to ask you a couple questions.
Come on, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited to
Man,
see.
Jimmy.
I'm excited to see what the head of the clan can do. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's supposed to be powerful.
He's supposed to be
And I'm
crazy.
really hoping, I'm really glad with the introduction of Hiyuki, and I'm hoping this guy is also really, really powerful. Because I don't want it to be the case where
Only the blades are good.
only the blades, only the blades and the blade users are like the characters that really, really matter. They're the ones that are really strong. Everyone else is like good fodder or bad fodder. I like the idea that even characters who don't have blades, like Hiyuki and like this guy, can give blade users like Chihiro a really good fight. Yeah, like I hope that's the case.
I think that will continue to be the case. Probably until the end of the story, because, you know, of course, that's how typical shonen stuff goes. But I think it'll be the case just because we're going to inevitably get more character stuff. The blade is going to, I guess, merge or accept Chihiro more. The more he grows as a character, and he's going to get more powerful. So I feel like you can always have threats around the corner that are constantly challenging him, because Chihiro isn't at the end phase. Like, he's not dumb OP right now. So I think it will consistently be a thing of just like, hey, other people can put up a challenge, which I think is really good, because I was feeling the same way, Taco. I was really hoping that more people got the chance to shine.
Yeah, it's interesting because Chihiro at the beginning of the series, he's not a complete, like, he's not like a complete underdog or weakling like Naruto or Deku were at the beginning of their series, where like they really weren't that impressive for the
He's
most
a
part
middle
compared to a lot of their peers. He's very clearly skilled and strong at the start, but he has a lot of room to grow. I really like that.
Yeah. It makes some really cool shit, man. And we're just like immediately kicking off with all this dope ass choreography. I'm so excited for next week's encounter.
This is some of like the best fights in Jump right now, honestly.
Yeah. Dude, they're
Sakamoto
fucking
days
awesome.
and Kagurabachi, bro. Sakamoto days and Kagurabachi are fucking eating right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, it's
Right.
awesome.
Both
man.
really fun.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to how this goes. What powers they have, as well as this auction, man. Good stuff. Kagurabachi, very, very good. Is there anything else you guys would like to say about the chapter before we get the fuck up out of here?
I'm really happy that Kagurabachi turned out to be so enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, man.
I'm glad that we're adding it to the podcast. I've wanted to add it for a while, but it's one of those things where it's like, I
It's
think
hard to be
all of
sure.
us collectively, we didn't want to like add it like where it's like we didn't want to just jump on the hype train and just immediately like this is it, and then it gets canceled
Yeah.
Right.
like
Yeah.
a month later.
Then
It was
we
the coolest
die.
2 weeks of my life.
I think we were all like a bit cautious of that, but I think at this point it's been long enough, and we're all big enough fans of it that it's like it's like yeah, let's do it. Like
Yeah,
let's
we're-
talk about it every week
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Since we're already like bringing it up at this point, it's
Yeah.
We couldn't hold back anyway.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk about it anyway, so it's like we might as well just fucking add it to the podcast. So I'm
Fuck
hoping everyone who watches the podcast, you know, is enjoying it too and likes it too. So
Yeah. Hopefully, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate
because
y'all
it's
for
a
rocking with us.
new series, we can put it at the end of the podcast too. Just people can filter out.
Yeah.
For their benefit.
Yeah.
Give you something to look forward to at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, good stuff, fellas. Good stuff. Thank you guys so much for joining us here this week on the podcast, whether it's live or after the fact. Let us know what your favorite chapter of the week was. Doesn't have to be anything we talked about here. It could be Blue Box, Blue Lock, Kill Blue, Grand Blue, Blue Beetle, Blue Period, Blue Exorcist. yeah, I think that's it because we put Kagurabachi on the pod now, man.
Yeah.
Making
Hell
some
yeah.
moves. But yeah, let us know what your favorite chapter of the week was down below, and we really
Is
appreciate
Green
you, man.
Green's canceled yet?
It
No.
better be. Actually, I don't want
No,
it to
okay,
actually
I can
get
still make a
canceled,
joke
but
then.
you know, don't talk about it in this
No.
household. This is a blue household.
And yeah, I just went to double check everything real fast. As first good news, we are getting One Piece next week.
Let's
Woo!
fucking
Yeah.
go.
Nice.
And then we also are getting Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man. The only one on break is MHA.
All right.
Damn.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
Horikoshi, get some rest, brother.
Yeah.
Remember, we got Kagurabachi
Bro, that next
now.
chapter though gonna go crazy.
True.
Take
man,
a,
true,
take a
yeah.
fucking nap.
Eat a Snickers, do something, bro. But yeah, we're gonna bring back Kagurabachi as well too. So that'll be a real fun time. Hopefully you guys are there to join us. And yeah, we'll catch you guys later. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night.